Hello, today we'll be studying about project cost management. How do we manage our cost? What are the factors that we keep in mind? And is there a tool which help us in managing the cost or not? And how do we use that tool? First of all, when you talk about project cost management, you have got certain factors that you need to consider that helps you in managing the cost of the entire project. Firstly, plan the cost map, plan the cost. What do you think the cost would be? How would you manage the cost? Plan the cost management. How do I plan to manage it? Planned cost management is the process that establishes the policies, procedures, and documentation for planning, managing, expending, and controlling project cost. Why is it important? Why do we need to plan how to manage the cost? You need to plan because you need to decide what factors to keep to consider, what factors to neglect. What should be the cost of the people working? How should you cost them? What should be the cost of effort? What should be the cost of all the attributes that you're adding to a software? Should the time duration be effective or not? These are few factors which you need to consider. So you need to plan what factors to be considered and what factors are to be ignored. You can read the slide. This describes the same thing. The next thing is estimate cost. Estimate cost is the process of developing an approximation of the monetary resources needed to complete the project activity. For example, looking at the project, and I have done such projects before as well in the past, I believe this project ABC can be completed in a cost of $10,000. I believe that is enough to complete this entire project. This is my estimate based on certain factors I have decided on the distribution. On my past experience, I believe the project will require this much of cost. An estimate is important to proceed with the cost management. Even if you buy something at your home, you do keep an estimate, okay, this will cost this much to me. And then when you know that this will cost this much to me, you see what is your budget, how much money do you have in hand, and based on that you decide how do you manage that estimated cost in that particular budget. If I only have $8,000 and according to the project manager the project is going to cost me $10,000, I should tell it to the project manager I have this much amount of money, being the project owner. Now you decide how are you going to manage this $10,000 project in $8,000. Determine budget. Determined budget is the process of aggregating the estimated cost of individual activities or work packages to establish an authorized cost baseline. This is cost estimation was what I thought would be enough for the project to be built. Budget is the reality, what I have in mind, how much can I spend on this budget, on this particular project. Keeping these both things in mind, you decide how do you need to work over your cost. Okay. The next is control cost. When you have decided a budget and you have an estimate and you have your plan, which thing will cost what, how would you carry on your cost estimation process, cost management process, then you need to monitor it as well. In the same way, the work of a Gantt chart. What was the purpose of a tracking Gantt chart? We create a Gantt chart with an estimated duration. Then we track the Gantt chart to see whether we are fulfilling the estimated duration or not. Similarly, we control the cost to see whether it is up to the mark of the budget or not. Now, to calculate the cost of a software project, we have a very renowned model known as COCOMO model. COCOMO is constructive cost model. It has been used for years to calculate the cost of a project. It depends on the line of code, which is LOC. The number of line of code determines what the cost would come out to be. It is a procedural cost estimate model for the software project and often used as a process of predicting the various parameters associated with the making of a project, such as size, effort, cost, time, and quality. Moreover, cost, Kokomo is now also used to calculate the productivity of a software. We don't consider if we are not considering it for cost, we use it for productivity to see how productive is our software. The key parameters of a Kokomo model depends upon effort and schedule. Effort, amount of labor that will be required in months to complete a particular project. Schedule, how many weeks, months would a project take to get completed. There are different Kokomo models. They are characterized as organic, embedded, and semi-detached. First of all, organic. What is an organic? Where do we apply the organic model? The organic model is applied when I know what the project is about. I have previously done this project. It's not a very large project. It's a small project, and I understand the problem, what the problem is, and what the solution would be. I'll be using the organic model. Then there is a semi-detached model. The size of the project is minimal, not that small, not that big. uh, it is less familiar, and it is difficult to construct the project in comparison to the organic model, but it is not impossible. I do have the resources who can complete that project, but yes, I have not done a project like this before in the past, and it is difficult for me to understand it. Embedded, a software project with requiring the highest level of complexity, creativity, and experience requirement fall under this category. Such software requires a large team size than the other two models, and also the developer needs to be sufficiently experienced and creative to develop such complex softwares. Now, this requires a lot of creativity. This is very complex. I need to figure it out. How do we need to work over it? I don't have any plan in mind, but I need to think about it. In such cases, I'll be using embedded. Based on these, you classify which one is, whether my project comes under the organic, embedded, or semi-detached category. This defines a different type of projects. Then comes the type of models. There are three types of model: basic, intermediate, and detailed. Every model explains a different category, a different thing. It is a hierarchical categorization. When you talk about the basic model, it basically defines the effort, the staffing, and a very upper level view of the cost. It gives you a very upper level view of the cost. It does not get deep into what is there in the software. It works on the basis of line of code, and that's it. When you talk about the intermediate Kokomo level, okay, when you talk about the intermediate Kokomo level, it basically defines you. It is based on certain attributes. It works on the basis of what attributes are there in the project. What are the features that I'm building? Based on those features, it determines the cost. And when you talk about a detailed Kokomo model, it gets into the project. It starts working from the start of the SDLC, the software development life cycle. From the very first phase, it starts calculating what is happening, how is this particular thing happening. Based on that, it determines the detailed Kokomo model. In this lecture, we'll be working over the basic Kokomo model only. So these are some constants that are to be kept in mind whether you are using any of the three models. If you don't have to memorize these points, constants. These values are already given to you. Software project, how do you categorize your project? Organic, semi-detached, embedded. Based on that, these are the certain coefficients, constants, which you have to keep in mind. They'll be used in your formula: A of B, B of B, C of B, and D of B. Now, these are the four formulas that you'll be using for your basic Kokomo model. for your for the basic COCOMO model. If you are working over the intermediate, the number of formulas will increase. If you are working over the detail, the number of formulas will increase accordingly. E over here explains the effort. D, the second formula over here, explains the development time. S explains the staffing. P explains the productivity. A of B is a constant multiplied by number of lines multiplied by another constant. C of B is a constant multiplied by the effort you just calculated into another constant. Staffing is the effort divided by the duration, and productivity is number of line of codes divided by the effort. These are the formulas that we'll be requiring in our basic COCOMO model. There's a small question for you to solve. It will not require much time, but it will help you in understanding how to apply these formula. Thank you.